this episode, we take you up to the beautiful island of Barbuda. And on the way, we had another beautiful sail going with a beam reach with plenty of tuna, mackerel and rainbow runner. On arrival, we anchored in amongst a heap of other boats in a beautiful place, good holding sand and beautiful clean water. We picked up our friends Jeff and Izzy off our buddy boat Izzy R and spent some really quality time on a beautiful sandy beach. I then took a swim around some coral bommies, looking for the elusive lobster. We then took a tour across the island with our tour guide, a local by the name of Clip, and he took us up to the ruins from the Codrington family, who were nothing more than English pirates. Cliff then led us along a walking trail to some giant sinkholes, and along the way we discovered plenty of these little land tortoises. Once at the sinkhole, it was like looking down into Jurassic Park, completely different vegetation to what we've been walking through. And as the trail we're on became narrow and a lot tighter to push through, some of us made the effort of climbing down inside the sinkhole right to the floor. Once we were down on the floor of the sinkhole, we found it a completely different world, completely different vegetation. It was almost like being inside its own rainforest. Hanging vines coming down the cliffs. Beautiful, cool climate with a bit of moisture down there. Once we were back up on top, it was nothing more than a stroll back up the same trail we came in on through the low scrub out to where we'd left the cars at the Codrington ruins. Along with our driver Cliff, Jeff, Izzy and Annie in the back seat, we all headed off down this little goat track, rough as.
That's for a California Chris. Cliff.
Finally back out where the others had left their car parked, and we headed on down towards the main road. Cliff then took us around to the Atlantic side of the island, where the slaves were brought ashore, and their one-room jail that they were held in until such time as they were ready to be put to work. We soon figured that this beautiful little beach was the only soft landing place to row the slaves ashore from the big ships. It was then onward and upward, up another walking trail, up through a cave, up to the top of the cliff. This trail was really rugged going, but worth every step it took to get up there. I personally found this a very amazing part of this island. The cave itself belied its sinister past, but the views were absolutely stunning. Onward and upward through the steepest part of this climb, up through the roof of the cave, up onto the plateau above. I'll give you a little tip. This was a great way to work a sweat up. It was steep and it was quite warm on the day. Great views out over the Atlantic Ocean and down onto that little beach that we spoke about earlier, which we figured was the only soft landing place to row the longboats in with the slaves on board from the big ships. It was then back on board the cars for the quick drive across the only sealed road that traverses the island of Barbuda up to where we were going to have lunch for the day. Timing is everything. As we headed south towards our lunch spot, the skies grew heavier and the heavens opened up and a deluge ensued. It was still pouring rain as we pulled up in the car park at this beachside cap.
Where's that virus open the valve, you guys?
Once undercover in the restaurant, out of the rain, it was a whole different atmosphere as we sat down to beautiful rum punches and a beautifully cooked lobster lunch. Cheers to a great day from Jeff.
I'll show you the one I got.
And cheers from Izzy.